So, who are you? When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? When you when you think by yourself about yourself, what thoughts do you have about yourself? Who are you? How do you relate with yourself? All these are questions that just gather up to answer just one fundamental question, which is, who are you? Well, personally, I answer this question the same way God answered it in the Bible when Moses asked him, when God sent Moses to Egypt, and then Moses asked him, uh, so who should I tell them sent me? You know, and then tell them, I am who I am. You know, the I am sent me. So I am who I am. That's how I define myself. If you ask me who I am, I will tell you, I am who I am. That is my personal definition of who I understand, who I know I am. And I am who I am is not just a statement. It is a very, very deep uh, statement. It comes with a lot of, it is a pregnant statement, like we used to say it back in seminary. It is it is a pregnant statement. It is pregnant with meaning, you know, because it means that I am beyond definition. I am beyond words. There is nothing, no particular way to really define or describe the person that I am, because I am so complicated. I am a very sophisticated design. You know, I am, I am, I am just a masterpiece. You know, if people were works of art, I would be just like an excellent masterpiece up there, because when I look at myself, the way I've been made, I look at the way I think, the way I do my things, man, someone who really cared about my well-being is behind my existence. I don't really know who it is, but I use God. You know, I say it's God, but nobody really knows or understands who or what God is. You know, it's God. I take God as a term that people use to describe what they don't understand, because that being that brought us into existence is just amazing. You know, if you think of the human body by itself, the way it's able to rejuvenate, the way it's able to heal itself, you know, as long as you're giving it the right foods, the right nutrients, it's gonna heal itself even without any pharmaceuticals. It's just amazing how things like nails, things like hair, things like, I don't know, like it's just so complicated. Hair grows, you cut it, it grows. Nails grow, you cut them, they grow again. You know, it's like understanding life and how life is able to just keep rejuvenating. As long as something is breathing and it has life in it, it just keeps rejuvenating and rejuvenating. And it doesn't even matter how far down you are. You know, as long as you have life, you always rejuvenate, because that is how the creator made us, to just come back, you know, just come back again. So when I look at myself and when I look at all these other human beings and the way we are created, I just say, okay, you know what? Enough respect. You know, I have been made in a way that I myself cannot understand, you know. And so that is the place where I get my self-worth. That is a place where I say I get an identity from. You know, I get an identity from him who brought me into existence. He created me in a way that I would be adaptable to this world, such that even when it's too hot, I can be able to adopt. When it's too cold, I can be able to adopt. When there's no food, I can be able to adopt. When I'm sleeping out there and I'm homeless, I can be able to adopt. Like, it's just, he's just excellent in what he does. And that is where I get my self-worth. You know, when I look at that absolute design, even before I lift a finger to do anything, I am already perfect. I am already good. You know, these are the things that I'm trying to do, pursuing my passion and doing all these other things that I'm trying to do. Those are just experiences. I'm here, I'm alive, let me just experience this thing. But fundamentally, I am complete. But I have not felt like this all my life. It's a process. It's very, very intentional, because some circumstances that you really find yourself in, you don't get to choose them, and each and every one of us has their own specific story. Like, you have your own story as to why things are not happening good for you. I never got this never happens for me. We all have our stories. But it is just good to just look beyond that story and look at yourself. Yeah, I went through that happened to me, they did that to me, they did that. I have suffered for things that I am not responsible for. So now, what am I gonna do? I am right here. Look at yourself, look at the inside, look at all those gifts that you have, look at how perfectly you have been made. Look at yourself in the mirror, and first of all, appreciate that thing. That thing that you see there, appreciate it, accept it. It doesn't matter what other people say. Sometimes people make fun of us. Like last time I told you about people making fun of my head. They always said I had a big head. They could be making fun of you, like you're short, you're too short, or you're too tall, or your nails are like this, or your nails are like that. Look at those nails. Just look at that design and ask yourself, who in the world, I was about to say who the fuck would just come up with such an intricate design? Nails that are just unique by themselves, everything unique by itself. And so it is even uncalled for to even compare yourself with anyone, because everyone is made special, very, very specific, for a specific purpose. The creator does not just bring people into existence, just like things like phones don't just come into existence. They come into existence because they have a purpose and a reason. So we were brought here with a purpose and a reason. And once you appreciate who you are, once you look at yourself, once you were created short, you were created tall because of your purpose. You were created with a big head because of what you were meant to do. A machete needs a flat, long blade to do what it does, but an axe needs a shorter one that is sharp and strong because of what it does, So if you compare yourself with, if you're a machete and you compare yourself with an axe, you're gonna be frustrated every time. You can't afford to get yourself worth by comparing yourself with anyone, by saying, if I beat them, if I do this, that's when I'm gonna feel good about myself. You feel good about yourself because of who you are right now. Before you lift a finger to do anything, before you put anything out there, you already feel good. You already feel so content with who you are, how you are created. You look at that dwarf structure of yours and you say, you know what, I'm a dwarf and I'm proud. And when you get to that point, things just start opening up to you. There's this secret that comes when you start being appreciative, and most of us don't realize that. So we live in this state of mind that is so negative, so pessimistic, but everything, whatever you're doing, before you even start to pursue whatever your goals are, before you go out there to hustle, before you do anything, first sit down and appreciate yourself first. Look at that head, love it. Look at those legs, love them, accept them the way they are, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to even move forward. Once you feel good about yourself, everything just like falls in place. You talk to people in a good way. If you have customers, you talk to them nicely. If you have clients, you're talking to them well. If you have kids, you have a wife, you're relating well with everyone because you feel good about yourself. But it starts by looking at yourself, accepting yourself for who you are, the way you are. Peace.